I'm Sensei John Small with the Western Mountain Jiu-Jitsu Society, and today I am going to be talking to you about grip strength, wrist strengthening. I think it's a very crucial part of our training. I think it's often neglected, especially as jiu-jitsu students, where we involve ourselves in a lot of grabbing. Developing your grip strength can really improve many of your techniques across the board. I've already done a whole video on the subject of using the axe. This is one of my favorite pieces of equipment for accomplishing the job. So I'm just going to leave it at that and encourage you to check out that video. Another thing I really like to involve myself with for grip strengthening is a whole variety of body weight, pull-up, hanging type exercises, various pull-ups, climbing a rope, that sort of activity. That is great for developing your grip in your forearms, in addition to the other muscles that get involved with such exercises. A classic way to develop your forearm strength using free weights, dumbbells, is on a bench. You want to make sure that you're keeping your forearm flat against the bench, and then your hand is extending out over the edge, and you let the dumbbell roll down, and I'm really going to let those fingers open up as much as I can while still keeping the dumbbell hooked on those fingers, and then I roll it back up in that manner. Really working to keep that motion slow and controlled enough so that everything's smooth and fluid. You go down and then back up. When I come back up, I'm really rotating this up around, squeezing that fist in as much as I can at that point. So that's really gonna work these muscles up through the forearm here. Now I go the opposite way. I usually find it's about a 2-to-1 ratio. So the weight I just used going that direction, I'll use about half the weight going this way. This time I'm going with my hand palm down. Again, keeping the forearm braced against the bench. I'm not looking to open the fingers in any way. I'm just rolling the fist down and lifting it back up. Usually shoot to work in a range of about 10 repetitions or so. Those are some classic exercises there for that. While we're talking about some of the more well-known things, I have this. This is just a simple piece of PVC pipe. I've drilled a hole in it and tied a piece of paracord through. I'm pretty fond of paracord. I use it for a lot of things. Same with carabiners. So essentially, I usually like to get a plate. I just want to run up and grab one. So I use a dumbbell here this time. I give it an extra wrap around to make sure it stays secure in there. And then from here, the idea is that you roll this thing until the dumbbell gets to the top. Once there, reverse the process. You can potentially go the other way. I don't really like to go this way much, but I let the hands hang down, and then I just rotate it up. Till we get to the top, and then, like before, just reverse the process. It's another one of your classic wrist forearm strengthening exercises. It's really quite good. Moving along. I love these things. These are some clamps, pretty heavy duty. Hold them in my hand this way. Take note that when I squeeze it like this, I'm really trying to get them all the way open so those handles come together. And a lot of times it's my my pinky and my ring finger that really focusing the energy into gripping them this way. I go for about 10 repetitions. A lot of times I'll get them open and just try to hold them open. It doesn't hurt to move your arms around a little bit as you're doing this. Get those muscles used to kind of stretching a little bit as they're in that contraction. And then I turn around and go the other way with it. This time, just the opposite. You're using your pointer finger and your middle finger primarily to exert the force. A little tougher to get it all the way squeezed tight on that one, but you get the idea. Do for whatever the repetitions you can work with. You can buy clamps in various strengths, various resistances. You might have to play around with a few to find what you like. And then I have these smaller ones. And I really like these for holding them the opposite way. I hold them in my fingers this way and really utilize my thumbs to try to squeeze them down in that manner. So that's a great tool. It's really helping to improve your ability to grab hold of things real hard. Then there's nunchuckers. I'm not much of a nunchucker guy, but I do, that is in terms of expertise, but I do like to play with them a lot. It really helps to get those wrists rotating around. I'll do figure eights, spinning them in circles, going the opposite way. See if I can manage this without bumbling them. A lot of times I'll try to spin them around the other way, rotate them this way, and then once I get them going, this is my tough one for me. Got it with the left hand. Anyways, it's just a matter of flipping it around. Totally lost to that one. One more try. I'll get her here. I think I might just give up. There we go. So, get an idea. You can really play around with these and have a lot of fun. I want to make sure you don't whack yourself in the head. As I say, I'm no nunchucker master, but I might do another video on these a little bit more in the future. You notice there's different styles of nunchuckers. I like these ones that are cord and have a real short distance at the end. See some of them, shorter handles, long chains. Try what you like, play with what you like. It's really just, for me, more about working the wrists, getting them rotating and moving around. I think that's really important. And then this is another piece of equipment I like to use. Provides a lot of good resistance. Sometimes I use it a little longer, but that's more for when I'm really going bigger with my shoulder. Not so much what we're at right now. So what I like to do for my wrists in particular is I get them folded up nicely. I give it one more fold. Ooh, let me get this a little more even here. Into itself here. As I'm really getting the grab of the chain in my hand. The reason for that is because I want to give it one more fold and get all of that chain into my hand. So now I'm really forcing myself to have a real big grasp around the thing. And then, kind of in the same way, I play with the nunchuckers. I can use this. A lot more resistance than the nunchuckers offers. So it really, you really feel it work in your wrist a lot more. Make sure you get a good grab of it. You really feel it work in your wrist a lot more when you're using a chain versus nunchuckers or something else. Good to really work and rotate those things around a lot. So I give you some ideas on some wrist strengthening exercises. I encourage you to engage yourself in them. As I say, the more that you can amplify your grip strength, the more it's going to improve your jiu-jitsu across the board. So that wraps it up for today. Domo arigato gozaimasu. Thank you. Sayonara.